All right, guys, you've heard about bracketology. This is Swoffotology. We're going to talk about some of the closer games in the NCAA Tournament, which will start on Thursday right here on Channel 5. We know Villanova will win this game. No 16's ever beat a 1. But an 8-9 LSU North Carolina State, very close ball game.
Very close ball game. North Carolina State actually lost to Wofford, who Arkansas is playing in the opening round. Let's go LSU. They underachieved all season long in the SEC. Too much size, though. Gerald Martin, Jordan Mickey, talented team, but underachieving team as well.
Staying in the East, Northern Iowa and Wyoming. Northern Iowa, why are they 5 and why is Wyoming 12?
Well, Northern Iowa actually won their conference. They're a really good basketball team. We beat Wichita State a couple times, but you see it happens. Going with Wyoming. Larry Nance Jr., son of Larry Nance Sr., big-time NBA All-Star back in the 80s and early 90s. Where they were in the rank to the top 25 at times this year. I like Wyoming to pull a 12-5 upset.
Also staying in the East, Michigan State and Georgia. Michigan State's been there forever, like 20-some-odd years in a row. You got to go with Michigan State.
Yeah, got to go with Michigan State. Let's move Tom Izzo and the Spartans over. Georgia's one of those teams from the SEC. Could have been in, could have been out. Also underachieving, like the Spartans to move on.
A lot of people have picked Virginia to go a long way, too, as well.
Yeah, and we're going to move Virginia over. The only reason we talk about that, the Belmont Bruins has got a guy from Bentonville, Nick Smith, averaging 7 points a game, had 12 points in the Ohio Valley Conference Championship game. If he plays well and Virginia plays to 50 like they normally do, look out for the Bruins pull an upset.
In the South, we're going to go to Stephen F. Austin and Utah. Utah number 5 in this.
Yeah, coming out of the Pac-12, this conference is kind of sketchy. Let's go with the Lumberjacks. You're talking about
12.
It's 2 12s I've picked now. These are the games we want you to pull the upsets. Won 29 games this year, Stephen F. Austin. Been in the big dance the last couple seasons.
A bunch of times.
A lot of good basketball coming out of the Southland Conference.
Georgetown, no problem beating East Washington. Also in the South, we're going to talk UCLA and SMU. UCLA should not be here. This should be a Tulsa team.
It should be a Tulsa team, and let's go ahead and move SMU and Larry Brown over. We talked about UCLA. Tulsa should be in that spot. Same thing with Texas. The Longhorns don't deserve to be in this tournament either.
UAB and Iowa State. A lot of folks have picked Iowa State to go a long way as well.
I think we're going to hear more about the Cyclones coming up in a little bit. They take down Mike Anderson's former team.
All right, let's go to now the Midwest. And in the Midwest, West Virginia, a lot of people have picked him to go quite a bit as well.
Yeah, this is another one of those 12-5 matchups. A lot of people like Buffalo because of Coach Bobby Hurley, the former Duke standout. Nope, going West Virginia. Bob Huggins and the Mountaineers playing really, really good basketball.
Maryland over Valpo, pretty much any day as well there. All right, let's also stay in the Midwest. Wichita State and Indiana. Indiana's been there a lot of years.
They have been. The last perfect team in college basketball was Indiana. Kentucky trying to break that. No, we're going to the Shockers.
Going to Wichita State.
No shock there. This is a matchup that I wouldn't see Wichita State winning either.
Oh, my gosh. All right, now in the West, we're going to talk about the division where Arkansas is in. Wisconsin's going to win, no problem there. Oregon, Oklahoma State. That could be an interesting ball game.
One of those intriguing matchups. And when you look at the March Madness and the NCAA tournament, you like to look at seniors. Oklahoma State's got one in LeBron Nash, a guy who can take over a basketball game, averaging 17 points a game. Probably could have gone pro 4 years ago. Probably a top 20 draft pick this year.
All right, staying in the West as well. All right, this is the Arkansas-Wofford game. We're going to talk about North Carolina first. Easy win.
Easy win over Harvard. This is the 4th straight season that Harvard's been into the NCAA tournament. North Carolina too big, too athletic, too much Roy Williams.
Got to pick Arkansas, too.
You got to. You talk about Wofford. They got Carl Cochran. He leads them in every category, but I didn't have to touch the screen. Arkansas is moving on. Too much size, too much athleticism. Wofford's got one guy, 6'8".
That'll be the big game
right there. Exactly right. Arkansas, North Carolina, you're talking 94, 95 premier stuff.
Let's go with my Final Four. And I picked these, just picked them. Kentucky, no-brainer there. Wisconsin, very good ball club this year. I think they're going to be in the Final Four. Iowa State and also Virginia. I think Kentucky's going to beat Virginia in the national championship.
Yeah, we take a look at my Final Four. Pretty similar to what you got, but I'm going to Arizona coming out of the West. I think they beat Wisconsin. Frank Kaminsky, probably the player of the year coming out for the Badgers, but I like Arizona, Pac-12 champions. I'm the same thing over here, but I like Iowa State to get to the title game, but Big Blue, 40-0, nobody's beating that team.
All right, that is Swoffotology instead of bracketology. Guys, we'll send it back to you.